Oh man, I am so far behind. Yes, if you're watching this and you haven't heard already, Nikon has finally announced the Nikon D800, which is a successor to the lovely little Nikon D700. D700, first full frame camera, which was small, like this. It's kind of the same size as the D300 or D300S, whatever you want to call it, but a little bit bigger. Anyway, this new one, the D800, is a little bit bigger again. Best thing about it is that the new one is going to have a full frame eye hole thing where you can actually see everything. So that's one of the things that always annoyed me about this. Wherever I was looking through, I was composing something, I'd take the photo, and then when I saw the photo, I'd see there's still like an extra meter above everything. So that was always annoying with this. But this still rocks. 12 megapixels, the new one, 36 megapixels. That's a lot. That's almost double the resolution if you have it on the same kind of size of picture. It's also going to have some video. Woohoo! It's going to be great video. It's got the HD video with 1080 and another thing where you can like pump it straight to a kind of hard drive. That's going to be handy for whoever does that. I don't know anybody that actually does that. I really don't know a single person that's ever done that, but I'm sure it's great. And in the video, you're also going to have some crop modes as well, so you can crop in and still have full HD, so you kind of get like a teleconverted thing with it. Handy. It's going to have a bigger screen. So on the back of the D700, that was a 3-inch screen. This new one's going to have a 3.2-inch screen, which should be a bit bigger, but a little bit better. However, the frames per second are going down. So with this one, with its 12 megapixels, this could do 7 frames a second once you stuck on the extra battery. The 36 megapixel camera can only do 4 frames a second. So it's a little bit slower than this one. So this is now becoming more of like a sports camera than the new one. Another good thing about the new one is it's going to have 2 memory card slots. So with this one, it was always only 1 memory card slot. So that was a bit pump. I would always like to have 2 SD cards, not SD, for 2 compact flash card slots, but it only gave me 1. However, this new one is giving you an SD and a compact flash. So it really makes you think that this camera really should have been introduced about a year ago before the new memory card type came out. Because the Nikon D4 that just came out, that has the QXD or something like that, or XQD new type of memory card, which is a little bit smaller than compact flash, but bigger than Stamp's SD card. So it's kind of using old technology again still. So I would have personally liked that they just went 2 compact flashes. That'd be much better. They're also going to be giving this odd thing where you can take out the anti-aliasing filter. Now, what that is effectively a piece of glass or something in front of your sensor. Now, what that does is that's meant to take away some detail in your image so you don't get this thing called a Mori effect, which I'll put a link to over there somewhere. Maybe if I can, I'm not too sure if I can. But seemingly you're still going to get that in the video mode. So you can don't know how much benefit that is. And from what everyone's saying, it's like no one's going to be able to see the difference really with it or without it. But what it still will have, even the one without the anti-aliasing filter, it still has the low pass filter in front. So there's still going to be something in front of the actual sensor. Price wise, I don't know. It's going to be more expensive than this. So for me, am I going to buy it in any way? Not a chance. There's no way Kim will let me spend £3,000 on another camera. I've got too many cameras now. Do I need to upgrade from the D700? No, that's the thing. This is doing me so well. This is such a good camera. It really fulfills all of my needs that I've had and that I can think of as well. There's not been any points yet where I've gone, oh, if only this something, you know, if only this had faster frames a second. Well, if I really needed another frame a second, I could go back to my D300 and use that. There hasn't been a case where I've gone, oh, I wish it had a higher ISO, because this at its like 6,000 something ISO is so clean and good. It's brilliant. One of the tips I would always say is try and skip a generation and a level if you are upgrading from a camera. So I would say if you're going from the D300, go up to the D700, that was actually quite a big jump up, and I really noticed the difference because I really got to the limits of what my D300 could do. But I think going from the D700 up to the D4, Well, that's a new generation and it's up a level. So that's where I'd probably see the difference. However, going from the D700 to the D800, well, that's just another generation. It's not a level change. So that's one thing I would always say. If you're going to upgrade, go upgrade a level and a generation. Don't upgrade the same level but different generation. Miss out a generation. So go from the D700 to the D900. Or go from the D700 instead of up to the D3, go up to the D4. That kind of thing. That would be my only advice for you. So if any of you are thinking of getting a second-hand camera, I can highly vouch that the D700, you won't be getting it off me. I will not be selling this at all ever. I will be running this camera into the ground with me. But there may be some people out there which will be wanting to sell their camera and get the newest and latest, bestest technology, hoping that it will make them take better photos. But yeah, the new camera that's come out from Nikon D800, it looks like it's going to be very good and very well used. But it's not a camera for me, and it's not a camera that I need. Maybe in another 3 years' time, when the D900, or maybe whenever the D4 I can really afford that, maybe I'll go for that. But what do you think? Let me know. Cheers, hope that helps. Cheers.